All right, good day, everyone. I'm still your brother and friend, Engineer Chidi Ogunwajaku from Capital City Development Limited, Abuja branch here, where I'm serving as a branch managing partner. I want to specially welcome you to today's Reuters Academy Masterclass on behalf of the Chancellor of this great institution and the management of this great institution. I thank everyone that deem it fit for me to teach today or for me to pass across value and knowledge. And for you under the sound of my voice, I want to say a very big welcome and congratulations because the fact is that you're on a good journey. You're on an awesome journey that at the end of the day, you have something to show for it. As I've always told my people, you are not an agent, you are a real estate consultant. And the world that we are in now is a global village. That means that you can take a picture right now, post on your social media, and somebody will comment from Australia. That is to tell you that your competition is no longer local. Your competition is global, it's international. So if you are building yourself, if you're developing yourself, scoring yourself from, let's say, 1 to 10, you do that on international level. So what this class will help you do is that at the end of the day, when you're competing with other real estate consultants, you'll be competing not as an agent. When you'll be talking value because you have knowledge. Your knowledge base is quality enough. And for the purpose of this class, I was asked by management to discuss introduction to real estate marketing. So it may not just be one class. Yes, you are discussing introduction to real estate marketing, but for the sake of this class, we just discuss part of it, and subsequent classes we discuss the rest. So, looking at real estate marketing, we'll be looking at the pros and cons of real estate marketing because that is where the main deal is. If you have all the knowledge and you're not making money from real estate, you're not actually a consultant. Let me use that word. And the way I'm going to manage today's class, I'm going to teach you as if today is your first day as a realtor. Yes, I'm going to start from the basics. Yes, we discuss it from that angle. And one thing that this particular topic will help you to do is that it's going to serve like your marketing blueprint. So it's born out of research. I have my mentors here in the country, one of which is the chancellor of this great institution. And I also have some other mentors here in Nigeria. And I also have mentors from US, I have mentors from Australia, I have mentors from India, people that we communicate via mails, people we communicate via calls. So what we are giving out this morning is quality enough. So if you have it as your marketing blueprint, it's going to actually help you. Make sure you're writing pay from attention. So we are looking at first the definition. How do you define real estate marketing? We define real estate marketing that has to do with the process of promoting and advertising real estate properties or services or brands. That word brand, I'm going to come to it, or brand to potential customers, clients, or investors. First, it is a process. It's a process. Yes, if you look at that keyword process, you know, let me still say this. If you are a consultant and all the sales you've made thus far, or you've just made one or two sales from family, friends, that does not make you a consultant. It's something that happened out of luck or chance. You understand? What makes you a professional real estate consultant is the time you start selling to totally uh, different people. I mean, people that you've not met before, people that came to you because they learned you're a professional, or through your activity, they come to do business with you as a professional. That is what makes you a real estate consultant. So I'm picking the word process to let us know that before you close such deals, there are some processes you need to go through. There are some things you need to do. There are some things you need to understand. There are some activities that must take place for such deals to be closed. And one thing is that for Capital City has given us a wonderful platform, and the platform had helped us to close such deals. So when we are talking out of experience. We are not just telling you stories. No, we have so many examples to show for it. We have so many testimonies. We are here in Abuja. We've closed deals from outside Abuja. We have closed deals to clients who are in UK. We've closed deals with clients in Port Harcourt. But you are in this place, okay? We're able to do that because we followed through the process. So the process is exactly what we'll be discussing this morning. Not just the sales. There is a process to that, okay? Hope you're still with me. So looking at the process, we said it has to do with the process of promoting and advertising of real estate properties, services, or brands. Now, let me come to the word brand. It's one of the things that I'm going to lay emphasis on. See, for you to do well as a real estate consultant, you need to be a brand. You need to be a brand. When I mean a brand is that you need to be in the business as the owner of the business. The first day I came in contact with Capital City Development Limited, one of the things I told myself is that I said, whatsoever these people are doing, I can remember that fateful morning. God is so faithful. I have to borrow airtime from MTN. I was so rich that I could not afford to buy data. I have to borrow data from MTN to join that meeting. That was the first day I saw BNB. That was the first day I saw people like Mr. Goodluck and some other people in the system. And I told myself, I said, I'm going to give it my best to whatsoever these people are doing to make it big in this country. I'm going to do the same. So you see, I took it upon myself as a personal assignment. So if there is another word that I will use for that keyword there, brand, I'm going to use the word, take it as a personal business. So if you're in the business for yourself, one of the things that you not do is that you not blame anybody for anything. Every outcome, every result, every challenges, everything you're seeing in the business, you will chase it because you believe that you are the one in the business. One of the things that this class will help you to achieve is that you start seeing yourself as a brand. Seeing yourself as a brand is that you start taking personal responsibilities. You start taking personal responsibilities. Check anybody that is doing well in this business. You will agree with me that the person have come to the level where he or she is taking responsibilities for his or her outcomes or the results that he or she is seeing in the business. I don't know whether you're understanding me. So it is very, very important that you see yourself as a brand that needs knowledge, a brand that needs research, a brand that needs exposure. So being in this class now is one of it. It's a good step you've taken in the right direction, because if you are not taking responsibility, you'll not be in this class. So I want to congratulate you. You are doing something great. You're doing something awesome. That is wonderful. Okay? Thank you very much. Now, the next thing is that in this class, we'll be looking at the aims and objective of real estate marketing. What does it entail? The aims and the objectives of real estate market. So we just take few for the purpose of this class. The major objectives of real estate marketing includes number one. The number one of it all is lead generation, strategies. Lead generation strategies. What does it mean? This focuses on attracting potential buyers, sellers, or renters to a property or service as a networker. Now, before now, once people hear lead generation strategy, that is what everybody is teaching. But I want to enter it from another angle. Yes, we talk about lead generation strategy in real estate marketing. It comes in three ways, or it comes in three forms. Number one is when you work hard to generate leads, where you carry flyers, you share flyers, yes, sharing of flyers. That is basically what it is. Number two is when you work smart. Working smart is when you are online trying to take advantage of the opportunity that social media presents. Then number three has to do with networking. Networking. Before now, I've been teaching networking, but it's late this year that I began to understand. The best way to learn something is to teach that thing. The end of this year, when I started Abuja Real Estate Masterclass, that was when I began to understand networking in its real essence and what it's all about. So you see, if you're going to hit it big in real estate, networking is the number one lead generation strategy. And what do we mean by lead generation strategy? We say it has to do with attracting. Now, I want to make a very, very important point here. Before you attract, you have to have value. You must have value before you attract. What does it mean to have value? You see, in biology, they taught us pollination. Those of us that are science students, I don't know whether if you can still remember, pollination has to do with the transfer of pollen grains from anthers to stigma of plants of the same species or different species, something of that nature. Understand? But basically, it has to do with transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma. Then we have agents of pollination. Agents of pollination, you have wind, we have water, we have insects, we have animals. Then we talk about medium of pollination. When we mention insects as agents of pollination, you agree with me that in science, you were told that there are things that attract those insects. Now that the harmattan is coming out, if you observe, you see that trees like mango trees, cashew trees, they start pollinating, you see flowers start coming out. There are some trees that if you pass such trees, you will perceive some kind of fresh fragrance. I don't know whether somebody is understanding what I'm saying. You perceive some fresh fragrance. Now, apart from the sweet juice that the bees normally come to suck from the flowers, you agree with me that also the fragrance of the flower is part of what attracts them to those flowers. And it is at that point that pollination takes place. Pollination, okay, for those of us that who did not do science, pollination is the same thing as fertilization in animals. But in plants, we refer to them as pollination. But from common sense, I believe you understand what I mean because you observe from your neighborhood exactly what I'm talking about. So there is a point of attraction. So that point of attraction is what you need to have as a professional real estate consultant. So that attraction have to come from the process, as I mentioned earlier. And for you to align yourself very well in order to attract people to which you can exchange value with, you need to build your knowledge base. Yes, you need to build your knowledge base because networking has to do with exchange of value. Exchange of value that a family member bought from you is just because he wants to patronize you and he feels like he's my brother, he's my sister, so nothing is going to go wrong. Uh, I'm just buying this because you are in the business. I'm just buying that because you're the one that introduced. But as a professional, for people to buy from you, their money is their value. So they are exchanging it with you as a professional consultant. They are exchanging their value, their hard-earned money from January to December. They earn money or from their savings, some people from their pension and their gratuity. For them to exchange it with you, that is their value. You must bring to the table your own value. Just like the common saying in Nigeria, what I say, woman, what are you bringing to the table? As a real estate consultant, what are you bringing to the table? That is your value. So if you have value and you're bringing value to the table, it will help you to attract potential clients. So attracting potential clients is what we refer to as lead generation. I repeat myself, attracting potential clients in their numbers is what we refer to as lead generation. Then, as a hard worker who is sharing flyers or who is doing some work, maybe at the if you are able to reach out to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 people, at the end of the day, from marketing analysis, we can say that one person may patronize you. If you're a smart person who is making use of the social media, which is what most of us do, that is basically what we do. Um, it can give you out of 1,000 or 20,000 people that you're able to reach, it can give you like two people as clients. But if you're a networker, if you're a networker, if you're a networker, especially if you are living in any of the three triangles of Nigeria, Port Harcourt, Lagos, or Abuja, if you're living in any of these three locations, networking is something that is going to help you in your lead generation strategies. The people you meet, your network at the end of the day determines your net worth. In the management retreat earlier this year, my boss, the chancellor of this institution, stressed on that. And I told myself, I'm going to practice this. Late this year, as I understood the concept very well, I even have to pay intentional networking. I even have to pay to be part of some meetings so that I can network, so that I can meet people. On Saturday, I have to pay to be in the villa. I was in the presidential villa because I know I'm going to be meeting top ranking politicians in Nigeria, members of, people you've been hearing their names on radio, people be seen on television discussing national interest and all of that. Some big names in Abuja real estate industry. I told myself I have to be, so I paid to be in that meeting, introduce myself. I'm so person from Capital City Development Limited. We exchange contacts. We had discussions. Some of them I started fixing meetings with them. We are going for a lunch in so place. We're going for a dinner in so place. I know that at the end of the day, one deal closed in one of those meetings can take care of all my activities from January to December. That is what networking can do for you. I don't know whether you understand. But to sum it up, in real estate marketing, one of the objectives of real estate marketing is lead generation strategies. If you are not generating leads, you are not going to sell. Let me say it again. The more the leads you generate, the more your chances of selling. So If you are not generating leads, you cannot sell. The easiest way to sell is to generate leads. The easiest way to sell is to generate leads. The higher the number of leads you generate, the higher your chances of making sales. Okay? And you have to be smart about that. Am I still communicating to someone this morning? Thank you. I'm coming to the next point now that I say it, building brand awareness. Building brand awareness. Brand identity matters. You know, I've said it earlier. Brand identity matters. You need to establish a strong reputation and identity for a real estate company. Don't be here tomorrow, you're here today. You see, this is where creating a niche matters. Yes, you have to be known for something. You have to be somewhere. You have to be somewhere. Yes. Create a niche, build reputation, be known for something. Be known for something. Not that on your social media handles, today we are seeing real estate. Tomorrow we are seeing shoes. We are seeing bags. We are seeing something else. Put yourself in the shoes of your clients. If you gather 20 million, 50 million, will you take it to somebody who is selling shoe and doing real estate as a side hustle? No, cannot take such risk. So if you don't expect your clients to take such risk, if you cannot take such risk, why should you expect your client to take such risk? Building reputation matters. So far as this business is concerned, it matters a lot. It matters a lot. You understand? So brand awareness is one of the things that can help you as a real estate consultant. Build brand awareness. Build brand and awareness. You are with Capital City Development Limited. Please relax in Capital City Development Limited. One of the mistakes I normally tell people that I meet here in Abuja is that you don't waste your time coming to introduce another brand to me. Don't make that mistake. You understand? Every day they come with different offers. They come with different. I told them, see, I'm trying to build a reputation. I'm trying to build a reputation in Abuja. Understand? So that brand awareness, I'm not joking with it. I'm not joking with it. So as a professional, you're not a roadside agent. Today you are here, tomorrow you are there, the next day you are. No, your clients are watching. Your clients are watching. If before now you've been telling them capital city, capital city, capital city, then you are coming the next day to say something different. They'll be like, which one is this one? So if something goes wrong, where are we going to start from? Okay? So learn how to build, stay in one place, build brand awareness. Build brand awareness, strong reputation and identity for a real estate. Be identified. Let them identify you with something. Let them identify you with a particular platform and be known for that. Okay? It's one of the aims and objectives of real estate marketing because those are the things that clients normally take note of. All right? Thank you. Then number 3 aims and objective of real estate marketing is driving sales and conversions. You must learn how to drive sales and conversion. And what does it entail? Converting leads into sales. Let me take it to the religious angle, the religious side. You know, in the Bible, somewhere in the book of First Corinthians, we are told that in the church we have prophets, we have teachers, we have evangelists, we have pastors, and we have prophets. I don't know whether I've mentioned that before. Now, the case is this. In the body of Christ, we have all these gifts for the edification of the saints. If you're a prophet, you're a prophet. If you're a teacher, you're a teacher. If you're an evangelist, you're an evangelist. If you're a pastor, you're a pastor. So The number one responsibility of the evangelist is to go to the field and gather people. Gather people, bring them into the church. Now, some denominations, you have what you call discipleship programs. Those discipleship programs are core responsibility of teachers, not evangelists again, because the evangelist does not know how to teach. He does not know how to teach. So it's at that point that the teacher will begin to teach principles. Principles. I'm sorry I'm taking us too far, but I want us to understand something. After teaching the principles, the pastor will now take it up from there to now pastor the people, just like a shepherd. Okay? So you see that there are step-by-step process. So if I'm going to bring it into real estate, you've done the work of, let's say, for instance, you're using social media as a sales funnel. Okay? You've done the work of getting people. You've done the work of gathering people. Done the work of getting contacts in case you're using email marketing. I will still come to that. In case you're using email marketing. And someone like me, I contract people. I send people because I'm not the, I don't know, collecting contact, sharing flyers, getting people's contacts. I'm not good in that. I know my strength. So what I do is that I use my resources. I send people. So they go to my target audience, gather their contacts, and they bring it to my table. Now, when you've reached out to people, what we are now talking in this point now is that you must learn how to do what we call conversion, because conversion rate matters. Activity without productivity will lead to frustration. You must know how to convert. It's a skill on its own. Communication is part of it. It's a skill on its own that you must learn. But don't learn how to do your conversion. And what is conversion here? Converting leads into desired sales and outcomes. What do you want to achieve? Mine is that I want to go home with a brand new car by January. Okay, Capital City had pegged it at 150 million. That means I have to do sales worth 150 million between now and January. As a matter of fact, that is a desired outcome. So my work here now, my assignment here now is that as I have generated leads, I now have to sit down and work on strategies that will help me convert these leads to sales. So this is going to form part of this school or this course. In other words, I'm going to create it as a course on its own. I will teach you how to do conversion, converting leads to sales, how to do cold calls. There's what we refer to as cold calls. Some of us are just hearing it for the first time. I will teach us how to do offers, how to present offers to clients. Okay? Yes, those are strategies. There are so many other strategies on conversion. You must learn how to convert every lead to a sale. I repeat it. You must learn, it's a skill on its own. As I said earlier, you must learn how to convert your leads to sales. Is going to help you. It's one of the number one objective of real estate marketing. If you're marketing, you're generating leads as the number one point, you also need to convert your leads. Yes. Must convert them to your desired outcome. Okay? Put it at the back of your mind that every lead that you're, let's say for instance, I went out last weekend, I met people, I got contacts, and I need to sit down and look at how I can now convert those my leads to my desired outcome. That is what will make me happy at the end of the day. If not, it will just be effort in futility. It's nothing to show for it. Let somebody be smart here. Then the last one on this point is providing customer engagement. Providing customer engagement is part of the aims and objectives of real estate marketing. First, exchanging value. You see, I think I've mentioned this earlier. First, exchanging value. What you don't have, you cannot give. Oga, we have land in Ipo, we have one in Kuje, we have one land in Eke, it's going to 5. That is not value. That is not value. That is not value. Are you getting what I'm saying? If the client wants to get flyers with prices, we go online. Flyers are everywhere. Flyers are everywhere. You understand? So maintaining customer engagement has nothing to do with you sharing flyers or you telling clients the prices of property. It has to do with exchanging value. Why should I exchange my 10 million with what you're giving me? Does he want it? That is your number one responsibility of a consultant. Tell them the why in the business. Tell them the why. The one of the sales I made this year in Gotan Estate, Port Harcourt, one of the things that helped me close this sale was that the client he said, I knew when they launched this project. Immediately he made mention of that. I say, man, the work is done. The work is done. And I entered him. I started giving him offers. Then 2020, okay, you knew when we started 25 million. Now we are talking about 45 million naira. We started talking. Understand? I started giving him offers. You need to give offers that will make them see the reason why they will pull out that fund from the bank. Some have to sell their cars. Some have to borrow to complete, and all those kind of inconveniences. If you don't present all these values, they will not buy from you. At the end of the day, you may be the one introducing the product to them, and they will go out and buy it from someone else in the same system. And you now bring the issue to disciplinary committee. It's because you don't know how to engage. There's no exchange of value. There's no value on the table. Aside exchange of value, then building relationship with clients and providing them with valuable information and services. There's this axiom the Englishman normally say that tell a man what he does not know, he will listen. He has no choice than to listen. Tell a man what he does not know, he must listen. He must listen. Tell a man what he doesn't know, he must listen. So, with someone who has this desire, who has this urge to invest in real estate, now he is coming in contact with you, and you start supplying him with information. You start supplying him with service. Let's not talk about services for now. Let's talk about information. You start telling him things about the location. Start giving him information about real estate investment. Some of your clients don't know what they want. Some of your clients, yes, everybody is buying land. Let's, as an average Igbo man, everybody is buying land. Let's buy land. Buy land, buy land. You understand? Some of them don't actually know why they are investing in real estate. So that is where your responsibility starts from when it comes to giving out information. Because as I've said earlier, your knowledge base is very strong. You will now relax and you start dishing out values. You start telling him, you start telling her the values around the investment that he wants to make. I normally tell them that sales has to do with decisions that must give a result or an outcome at the end of the day. Let it be that when your client look at the decision he made earlier this year, let it be that when he look at the decision he made 2 years ago, let it be that when he look at the decision he made 5 years ago, he will call you and say, thank you for telling me about this idea. Thank you for convincing me to do this, even when I was stubborn enough. That is information. That if all you have is just the flyers and the prizes, you're not doing yourself any good as a real estate professional. They may buy from you, they may not refer you. Understand? Or they may be struggling to buy from you. So take note of that. If your knowledge base, okay, let me still congratulate you for being in this class. Let me congratulate you for having enrolled in this academy. You'll be learning quite a lot. You'll be learning real estate law. You'll be learning all the courses that will be coming out from this institution. You'll be learning a lot. You'll be learning a lot from people who are experienced, people who have knowledge, who understands the real estate market in Nigeria and on a global scale. Okay, I think that will help you to build your knowledge base so that if you are not interacting with your clients as a way of keeping client, you should be able to give quality information. When we say information, we say quality information. That is one of the aims and objectives of real estate marketing. So let's move forward. We'll be looking at the types of real estate marketing. I think that is the last point we take. The other ones will come from other classes. Real estate marketing strategies, I may not discuss it in this class, I'll discuss it in the next class. So let's look at types of real estate marketing. So just we'll be looking at just 4 of it for the essence of this class. Number one type of real estate marketing, digital marketing. I know you've heard that over and over and over and over and again, but I'm coming from a different angle. Digital marketing. When we talk about digital marketing, we're talking about online marketing. Putting yourself online. But before I discuss digital marketing, I want to discuss content marketing. Let me go down to content marketing first before discussing digital marketing. Because let's say, for instance, you're asking someone to come to your church and the person comes and there is no value delivered. The next day, the person will not come back. Zero content. Good container, bad content. So let me start from content before I go to digital marketing. What is content marketing? Creating and distributing. Number one, it has to do with creating. What does it mean to create? Putting on your thinking cap, engaging your mind. Have you watched, if you watch comedians, if you watch these skit makers, though most of them copy each other, one another, but there are original producers of content. There are those of them that sit down to create something, putting on their thinking cap. So your number one assignment as a real estate consultant is to create. Let me give you ideas. If some people want to come to Nigeria for tourism purposes, do you know they first study about Nigerians, the locations in Nigeria based on geographical analysis and all of that before they come? Now, in real estate, do you know that there are people who actually want to buy, but they need more information about the area, the geography, and the investment opportunities in that particular geographical location. It is your responsibility as a real estate consultant to create contents, to write. See, marketing is not all about how much. One of the things that will help you do well as a marketer is to create content. Create content. If you're a writer, content creation is not just about doing videos. You can write. You can use audio. There are so many channels, there are so many strategies to this. But at the end of the day, what are we trying to achieve? We are trying to achieve the point that someone is telling us what we need to know about Omagwa or about Gotan Estate, the location where Gotan is. Please supply your clients with valuable content. Tell them things they need to know. In Abuja here, we sit down, we tell you about Kuje as an environment. We sit down, we study the FCT master plan. We see what the federal government is doing. We see where it's going to be in the next 10 years. We see where it's going to be in the next 5 years. And we tell you as an investor that this is the number one reason why you should invest in this particular location. That is content. That is content. So if you can sit down today, when I mentioned the three golden triangles of Nigeria, some of us just heard that for the first time. These three key areas, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja. You can sit down in Port Harcourt and start writing contents about Port Harcourt, the Port Harcourt real estate market. So let me give you an idea now. Somebody today, sit down and start creating content on the Port Harcourt real estate market, the Abuja real estate market, the Lagos real estate market, the African real estate market, to the point that once people want to know something about Port Harcourt real estate market, they will come to your page because they know you have the information. They know you have something to say. Very, very important. It's at the point of creating content and values that these people, if they now need products, they will come to you to buy. I don't know how many of folks know, what is his name? Ola of Lagos. The number one thing that Ola is doing is that he's creating content around automobile. There's this lady called Julie in Owerri. What is Julie doing? She will take her time and teach you things that has to do with your cars and the parts. I don't know some of us that know her. What is Aproko Doctor doing? That is the same thing. He's creating content around your health, your environment. So you now see that brands are going to him to advertise for them. So content is one of the things that will help you become a professional. When you discuss these earlier mentioned facts, okay? Creating content, it's what will now make your marketing online to be valuable. Because you already have a clearly defined audience. You already have a clearly defined audience. So when you are now bringing your products to the market, it will not be difficult for you to say because you already have audience. There are people that are listening to you. There are people that are learning from you. There are people that are beginning to trust you. So far as real estate is concerned. So it's those kind of people that if someone now wants to market a product to them, they will bring it to you. And they'll be like, CEO, this person is saying that I should buy from so place. What do you have to say? Because you've generated enough content. You're a consultant. You're a consultant. That is who you are. So that before you start thinking, I think I have to end with this. Before you start thinking of going online, please think of creating content first. It can be short, it can be precise, it can be storytelling, it can be whichever way you want to do it. Maybe I still have to take another class on this to teach us content creation or content generation strategies. You sit down and you write. You go to platforms, you write. At times there are, let me give you an idea. There are WhatsApp platforms where they don't allow people to market. By marketing those platforms, you know what I do? I don't go there to to post flyers. I go there to write content on WhatsApp platforms. When I enter such platforms, I write. Even the admin of the platform will put thumbs up for me. You see people coming into my inbox to ask one or two questions. Now people are coming back, people are from across the world, people are, because of Christmas and all of that. I know that most people will be coming down to the south, southeast, south. And we brought up the Akurolo strategy, which every Igbo man knows. So when I go to different platforms, I write on why you must and need to invest in Igbo land. I write on why you must invest in FCT. People are discussing about the Wike issue, the FCT minister issue. I write on that. I educate people. That is content creation. So when you create such contents and you now put up on your platform, you can now do digital marketing. Okay? Yes. You can now do digital marketing. Some people, when they see your flyer, let's say you do page promotion, or you boost a post, when they see your flyer or your video, instead of them to click on the flyer on the video, they click on the page. They want to go and see for themselves. Maybe after spending like 1, 2, 3 minutes on your page, they will leave the page because they see that you're not making sense. But there are some people that will spend 30 minutes, 1 hour on your page reading. Some will spend time watching videos, looking at activities. You are creating enough for them. You're giving them enough valuable content. That is your number one assignment as a realtor. Before now, what other lecturers have taught in this class, it's a content on its own. It's a content. It's something you can actually sit down and start because you are learning something new. And remember, I said earlier that the easiest way to learn something is to teach the thing. Do you know you can go online with your lecture note from this class now? You can go online and start teaching your clients. Start teaching them real estate law. Start teaching them about rentals. Start teaching them real estate fundamentals. You start giving them knowledge. Some of them will be reading. You won't even know that they are reading until after 1 week. If they don't hear from you, some people will come to inbox and be like, oh, wow, what happened? We've not been hearing from you. Hope you're still here. If you are using WhatsApp, some people, you don't post on they check your status for 1 week. If not posted, they come to your inbox and be like, we've not heard from you for some time now. Hope you're good. That is to tell you that even if it is one person that is reading, or 2 people, or 3 people, or 4 people, or 5 people, keep curating content. Keep curating content. Keep creating content. I don't know whether you understood me. And I promise I'm going to teach us on the different ideas around content creation. I'm going to discuss the different strategies around content creation and different platforms for content creation so far as real estate, so far as digital marketing is concerned. So as you now create the content, you find a way to put it up online. The content you created is not for yourself. Yes, the content you created is not for your personal assumption. You don't cook for yourself. You cook for the people. You cook for the people to come and see. Okay, now cooking for the people to come and see is now what we refer to as digital marketing. When an imam, when a pastor is teaching, he wants to be on YouTube. Pastor Jerry is on YouTube every morning, praying for the people, not praying for himself. You now have an audience online. You have more audience online than offline. Okay. So you need to be intentional about digital marketing. And there are different ways to do that. So as you're creating content and you're posting, you now learn how to reach out to your target audience. Because people need to know that you exist. People need to know that there is somebody like you. The chancellor of this institution will always say that this is a business of show. Digital marketing is show. Showing the world that you exist, showing the world that you are there, showing the world that you have a market for them, showing the world that you have a product for them, showing the world that you have a better platform where they can put their resources. That is digital marketing. Okay? There are so many ways to that. You can boost your sales. I will teach us that. You can promote your page. You can do affiliate. There are so many ways to do that, so far as digital marketing is concerned. But the summary of it all is that putting your product out there, putting up your product out there for people to come and patronize you, because that is the conclusion of the whole matter. People must patronize you. If they don't patronize you, activity without productivity will lead to frustration. Okay, then last on this list is experiential marketing, creating immense and memorable experiences for clients and potential clients. So in this case, now you have to be smart. Smart, how do you create memorable experiences for people who have not patronized you? So this is another angle where creativity comes into play. How do you engage them to create memorable experiences for them? And there is no way you can create memorable experiences for them when there is no content. It's content that creates memories. Yes, it's content that creates memories. So my call to action button this morning before I end the class is for you now to sit down and think of how to create quality content for your clients. Your competition is now global. It's not Port Harcourt, it's not Abuja, it's not Uyo, it's not Anambra. You're competing on a global scale. Some people want to close real estate deals. In Abuja, they will fly to Dubai to go and close the deal. Okay, so you see that your competition is now global. Capital City is moving global. So you as a person, you also need to move global. Find a way to create a show around what you're selling by creating quality content right from this day. Okay, that is the call to action button for this particular lecture, or what I may refer to as that is the what is it called? That is the assignment for this particular class for today. So in the next class that we're meeting, the first question I'll be asking, or the first thing I would like to inquire from you is that how far is your content creation going? And we're going to be practical enough. You know, this is a master class. So you'll be telling us, okay, this is my page. We go and see, and we give rewards. We give rewards. We appreciate you for practicing what you've learned. Okay? Thank you very much. That is that. So in the next class, we'll be discussing real estate marketing strategies. Okay, we'll be discussing real estate marketing strategies. We just discussed the aims and objectives of real estate marketing, and we also dived to the types of real estate marketing. So in the next class, we'll be discussing real estate marketing strategies before we look at real estate marketing trends. Okay, there are strategies, there are types, there are trends, and you need to know all of that before you do well as a realtor. Okay, not just a realtor, but a professional real estate consultant. Okay, so as a kind of trying to remind us what we said in this class, remember, I say being a consultant has to do with process, and that process is already what we are in. We are working on that already. And I believe that with time, you have results to show for it. So once again, thank you for your time and attention. I remain your brother and friend, the branch managing partner, Capital City Development Limited, Abuja branch. All thanks to the management of this great institution and the chancellor of this great institution in the person of architect, pastor, ambassador Uchekalu. Thank you very much. You have a nice day.